I think what they're doing now, speaking out, using their voice and their platform to speak out the best they can. I mean, in reality, we've talked about, look, Roger Goodell doesn't have power in this situation. I mean, he's the commissioner of the league. I mean, when you think about what they've tried to establish and what he and Jeff Pash and Troy Vincent have tried to create there in the NFL offices, you can't force it. All you can do is voice your opinion and put it out there and stand with Coach Flores and what he's going through. But ultimately, from a player perspective, it's very difficult in these times. It's the for most guys, it's the off season. We see the kind of the season winding down, and I know we got the Super Bowl coming up. But ultimately, this is man. I'm just telling you, like, this is an ownership issue. All you can do is voice your opinion and your support for what Coach Flores is doing, and ask other coaches to step out in faith and do the same, so that we really can invoke change. But ultimately, it's at the ownership level, and that's the direction that players have to speak to.
Go ahead, KP.
Kendrick, how should the players react, Kendrick?
Well, like they did. But here's the problem that I have. First of all, let me applaud Brian Flores for jumping off the porch one deep. That's not an easy thing to do. That's first thing first. But here's the problem that I have, and this is what we talk about when it comes down to racism, because this is what it's all about, basically, right, in the NFL. And Stephen A., you and I, even you, Molly, we've been on here talking about the NBA hiring more black coaches, which they did an excellent job of doing this past offseason and in these past 2 years. Yeah. But when it comes down to a situation like this, Molly, you just read off a lot of tweets on social media.
Yeah.
And a lot of those tweets, majority or all of them, were from African Americans.
Yes.
In order to start changing the narrative, we got to have white Americans tweet out and support with power, right? So you need the Tom Bradys. You need the Aaron Rodgers. You need the Peyton Mannings, the Eli Mannings. You need those guys to start speaking up and saying it voluntarily, not when they're asked, for example. You know what I mean? So my thing is that the only way that this is going to change is that we need people from other races to step up and start saying things, and not just coming from our own, speaking up for our own. That's why I come at it from a player's aspect.
KP, Kendrick Perkins, appreciate your perspective. Jeff Saturday, always appreciate you, my brother. You know that.
Yes, sir.
Let me say this. I don't disagree with anything that y'all said, except your last sentence, Jeff Saturday, when you said, essentially, this is all they can do. This is an owner's issue, and all the players could do is let their, speak out. It's not that I disagree with it, but I think that point needs to be illuminated and buffered significantly. And here's what I mean by that, Jeff Saturday. There's a Super Bowl coming up. Last time I checked, there's a whole bunch of black players on the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. I want to emphasize, I'm not advocating that you don't play the Super Bowl, because I'm one of those guys that pay attention to the documentary series that, you see about somebody, Jeff and KP, like Muhammad Ali, where, it's 2 hours and about 20 minutes is on him and his politics, and the other hour and 40 minutes is on him fighting. I'm thinking about Jim Brown, and I'm saying, excuse me, you know what? He stood up, a civil rights activist if ever there was one, and oh, by the way, he played, though. And because he played and because Ali fought, that elevated the significance of their voice when they chose to speak. But I want to also point out this visual. We remember when Ali got exiled from boxing. We remember when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor and Bill Russell and Kurt Flood and Jim Brown and all of these brothers stood, John Wooten and others stood up for Ali while he sat at that table addressing the issue with, Vietnam and not being allowed to box or whatever. Bill Russell was a basketball player. Jim Brown was a football player. Kurt Flood was a baseball player. You understand? You had black athletes speaking out. They didn't leave it up to the individuals in their respective sport. They stood up in unison because they said, this is bigger than us. What is Brian Flores doing? He's saying this is bigger than me. This has been happening. This has been pervasive in the sport of the National Football League for quite some time. You know how many brothers in the NBA are friends with NFL players?
Yeah.
When Odell Beckham Jr. went to Los Angeles, right, who was singing his praises? Who was telling everybody he was going to wreak havoc? That was LeBron James. That's what he was talking. He don't play football. He plays basketball. But he was speaking about Odell Beckham Jr. The list goes on and on and on where you see professional athletes intermingling with one another. So as black athletes, I'm saying don't limit it. Of course, the NFL players to speak up. Richard Sherman spoke up about this months ago. We know how brilliant and intelligent this brother is. We know how he articulated his concerns about the practices of hiring black coaches within the National Football League. But I'm saying not just the players themselves in the National Football League. The NBA players need to get involved as well because we know they got muscle and they got money and they got a voice. And you got to take into account social justice issues permeated this nation over the last 2 years. What did white America say? We're listening. We want to hear you. And I was the one that came on national television and said the murder of George Floyd, metaphorically speaking, that was what black folks were going off about. It wasn't just about police brutality. It's about the fact that black people religiously have always felt like we've got a proverbial knee on our necks keeping us down. That's what's been going on. This is not a football issue. This is a black athlete issue. This is a black coaches issue. And who gets less support than black coaches? Nobody stands up. I'm talking about literally big time. I'm not talking about just saying something nice and supportive or whatever. Nobody seems to stand up and scream about how these black coaches are denied one opportunity after another. And last but not least, have you seen the job that Monty Williams is doing in the Phoenix Suns?
Yeah.
The leadership, the character, and everything with what that organization is going through, the accusations that were leveled against Ona Sarver, and you still got Monty Williams with the best record in basketball, J.B. Bickerstaff in Cleveland. You got Cleveland, a young squad that's one of the best teams in the NBA right now. You look at Mike Tomlin, 15 years coaching in the NFL, hasn't had one losing season. And he's the only coach. And if he were any place else other than Pittsburgh, you trying to tell me he'd keep his job? He'd have been gone. But because Pittsburgh and the Rooneys are the ones responsible for the Rooney Rule, that's why Mike Tomlin has kept his job. And he hasn't had a losing season in 15 years. It's a problem.
It's egregious.
Got to come together.
Hey.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.